The purpose of sealing your synthetic dreads is to relax the fiber into its new shape. Two common tools to get the job done are your iron and your steamer. There will be subtle differences in the results that both can provide, so let's take a look at what you can do with the iron first. With your iron method, your dreads will be as lofty as your backcombing is solid. So what that looks like is that if your backcombing is not dense, when you apply the pressure with your iron to create the steam, your dread will flatten. This method works best to compact dreads with a tight spiral because when you push down with your pressure, then that spiral doesn't flatten out. It won't allow your dread to become a little beaver tail. So what that looks like when you create your spiral, you're gonna put that down, cover it with your wet towel, and then we're going to create our steam. So what that looks like is you can see I didn't have it super densely compacted, so it's a little bit flatter than I want it to be. So I'm just going to spiral this again, and then I'm going to recompress it. And that's going to create that nice, tight, dense, solid, cylindrical dread rather than something that's flat. Move it to a place that is still wet. Cover and press. Because this creates so much steam, you can work really quickly. So that is already sealed, so we're just gonna continue working all the way down. Now, if you had wanted a flatter dread, you need to watch how much pressure you put on it. So you can cover it, but you have to be really gentle. And you'll probably have to rotate it through, but it's gonna be pretty difficult to get them relaxed enough and not get them completely compact. So now let's take a look at how that same dread would turn out with steaming. So with this dread and steam, unlike the iron, you're not going to be compacting it with pressure, so you can actually create as little or as much loft in this as you want. So this is great for those nice boho kind of lofty dreads. So in order to relax this fiber, I'm just gonna leave this perfectly straight. I'm just going to relax this fiber. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of heat, and you can watch that dread just kind of take on that new form. So now you have it relaxed, and out here is still very stiff. If you want to compact it into a little bit more of that spiral form, we're just going to give it a bit of a twist. And now we will seal in that shape. It's a little bit more obvious when it takes on that spiral form. So now we have a choice. You can see it's set in that perfect spiral. And unlike the iron, this is still actually pretty lofty. We can compact this down even further and make it more hard and dense. I'll go ahead and do that now, just so you can see the difference. This is pretty much what you'd have to do in order to keep the nice cylindrical shape with the iron, in order to keep that density. Unlike that with the steamer, we can actually leave it into a little bit more of a loose spiral, but still have that fiber sealed into the shape. So just doing a light spiral down here, we're relaxing the fiber, but as you can see, it's not a tight coil where it goes really fast. It's more of a loose spiral, but both are still firmly sealed into their own shape. Both the steamer and the iron will give you your finished dreads. Both can relax the fiber into its new shape. However, if you want more control over getting those lofty, airy dreads, you'll probably want to stick with the steamer, because if you do use the iron, your dreads will get squashed. But that's basically the difference between the two.